Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live commentary of the final round of the Asia World Cup qualifying for the 2022 Qatar World Cup, and today it is between Saudi Arabia and Australia here at the King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah. And as you can hear from the announcer, they're getting ready for the countdown, and it will be Saudi Arabia to kick off the game. Green shirt, white shorts, Australia playing in their full yellow home kit. But it's a party here tonight because Saudi Arabia are heading to the World Cup regardless of this result. But if they win tonight, they can actually win the group ahead of Japan after Japan couldn't get a win against Vietnam earlier today. Anyway, as I said, the game has kicked off. Saudi Arabia attacking from left to right for this first half, Australia from right to left. And already Saudi Arabia trying to get through the middle into the box. Crowd getting quite excited about it. And Australia pick up the ball off them at the end in the air. And they should play it back to their goalkeeper. Actually, instead, one of the Australian players is down. And that is Boyle. He normally plays up front on the right. I don't think there was any foul there really from Al-Baraka, who's the main centre forward for Saudi Arabia. But the match has been paused until the treatment is done. I'm sure he'll be okay. If you just joined us anyway, get in touch on the live chat page. Vote on our poll on who you think is going to win the game. Australia having to settle for a playoff spot in the group. Yes, do keep me company throughout this game. It's with Matthew Ryan, the goalkeeper, to take the kick for Australia. The atmosphere is just absolutely electric. I think it's fair to say that Saudi Arabia cannot wait to be at the World Cup in November. Australia will hope to get there, but they'll have to play a playoff against United Arab Emirates, and that will be played on the 7th of June, and the winners of that will play one of the teams from the South American region, and that is the team that finishes 5th place in that group. And I think it's the final round tonight of the South American World Cup qualifiers. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia have got a free kick on the halfway line on the right-hand side, and now it's taken. It's out onto the left-hand side of Al Sharani. Sharani with a good run down the left wing, crosses the ball in. There was 2 of them in the box, but the cross wasn't very accurate enough to pick out any of the men up front. And Australia with a free header cleared it out of the box, and it's gone all the way out for a throw-in to the hosts on the opposite side. And he's playing back now. There was Dennis Genru with the clearance there, who's normally a midfielder, so he had to come back to defend for that, it seemed. Not a full house tonight here at the Abdullah Sports City. The stadium, I mean, do Google it, it is a massive stadium. 62,000 it holds, I mean, to be precise, 62,345,000. It is a fascinating stadium here in Jeddah, the capital, and it was the host of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix last weekend, which Max Verstappen won. I mean, let's not forget there were a missile attack not far from the stadium. But luckily the F1 continued, and so is this match. Everything's to be settled for now. If you've just joined us, welcome to our live commentary of Saudi Arabia versus Australia. Currently goalless after 4 minutes, but this game, in a way, I mean, it is competitive on paper, but it doesn't change anything after this match. In the group standings of Group B, there's 2 groups of the Asian qualifiers. And they call it the 3rd round because there was a process even before this, and both groups, Group A and Group B, were filled up by 6 teams each. And in Group B, Japan and Saudi Arabia will automatically go to the World Cup, while Australia will have to settle for third no matter if they win tonight. They're too far behind Saudi Arabia, 5 points behind they are. Australia trying to go on the first break of the attack down the left-hand side. It was too long for Nalawi, and it's comfortably picked up by Al Owais. Saudi now on the left, playing a lot on the left at the moment since the kick-off. Al Sharani, always trapped there by a couple of Aussie players, and now here they come on the attack. Boyle now to Fanarali. Bit of booze towards Mabal there, and cheers in the crowd because of a good clearance by Kanu for Saudi Arabia, throwing for Australia on the near side. Keep you updated on the other games today as well that are happening right now. It's just finished in Tanzania. Full time that was. Tanzania 1, Sudan 1. Israel have just conceded a goal against Romania. Chi Chikadal on the 10th minute. So early stages there. Do get your messages in. We'd love to read your messages throughout the stream. Currently a Australia throw-in for Behik. All he could do is roll it back to the Australian half there, which is a bit negative from the Socceroos. Socceroos known for being one of the best in the Asian region. They joined the Asian region, I think it was in 2006. I think they wanted a bit more competition since they used to be part of the Oceania Federation, but they decided that they wanted to go up against bigger teams, including Saudi Arabia, Japan, South Korea, you name it. And it's not been too bad for them. They've been able to make the World Cup for the last 3 of them. So 2010 in South Africa, 2014 in Brazil, and 2018 in Russia, which was the last one 4 years ago. All of them in the group stages in those last 3 World Cups. They got to the last 16 in 2006. Tim Cahill, part of that team, Harry Kewell, Lucas O'Neill, I was thinking there. Anyway, here comes Saudi Arabia. This is looking like he goes for goal from outside the box, and it was Rustek with the shot there. He was very fast. He picked up a long diagonal ball on the left wing from a header as well, and then he went on the run, cut in towards the box, and instead of passing it across, he decided to go alone instead. Went on the half volley way over the bar. I think he felt like there wasn't much space to move from before his kick, so he decided to just go for it. But I think we'll see from both teams tonight just going for it, really. Maybe experiment with some of their players, especially Australia. I'm sure the manager will want to make sure that he's happy with his strongest lineup when they play the UAE in June. Graham Arnold, the manager, and he's been the manager of the Socceroos since 2018. Saudi Arabia have just defended against Australia there to let it go out for a goal kick for them. Lost the stream for just a moment there, folks, so sorry about that. We've got Eric De Silva getting in touch saying, I wish the best for Saudi Arabia team. So goal kick taken. They like to play it short, Saudi Arabia. Well, they've lost it on the halfway point. And this is a good tackle from Australia there, from Atkinson. And then at the end, Saudi just boot it long. I think that was Madhu, the centre-back, who booted it away there. Sweden under 21s 0, Republic of Ireland under 21s 2. Good result there for the neighbours of England and Northern Ireland there. They'll be happy with that. Oman beat China 2-0. In terms of sizes of nations, Saudi coming into the box with Baraka and then Al Faraj, and then it's intercepted. And here they come again. It's not quite cleared yet from Australia. Foul outside the box. Referee says no. Play on. Let's go back to the Saudi half. So 10 minutes gone. Saudi Arabia 0, Australia 0. Saudi Arabia bidding to top the group after Japan slipped up against Vietnam earlier on, a 1-1 draw at home to them. And I think really, if you finish top of your group, it just gives you probably maybe a bit of a easier pot for the World Cup draw come the draw next month. Do apologise, folks. We keep losing the stream at the moment. Apologies, folks. We've not been able to connect to the stream, so at the moment the Wi-Fi is working. It's just the stream provided is not working. So we'll try and get it back as soon as we can. Sorry about this. And we are back. Sorry about that, folks. It amazingly wasn't the Wi-Fi, it was simply the feed had disappeared from our provider. We tried out other matches, you probably heard in the background, and they were working. So anyway, back with the game. We haven't missed anything. It is goalless, but here come Australia now with a cross. It's a dangerous one. Header across the face of goal. And at the end, it's offside. And it was Mabel with the header across the face of goal. None of his teammates got to it, but it didn't matter anyway. As I said, he was offside. It looked him or one of his teammates anyway in the build-up to that cross or opportunity at goal. But still goalless after what looks to be just over 23 minutes. But again, we have lost the stream from the game. So I do apologise. This isn't from our end. This is simply from the match provider. And sadly, it's just not working for us today in Saudi Arabia. You'd think with the facilities that that stadium has, you'd think maybe we'd be okay. But so far, it's currently not happening for us. We could at least look at the live poll. And we asked for you who will win. And 60% of you have gone for the team that are heading to the World Cup. Saudi Arabia, 60%. 7% of you sitting on the fence for a draw. And Australia, 33%. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Yet again, we've lost the service. Okay, we got it back, and it looks as though it's a dangerous free kick here for Australia. The Saudi defence got about 4 or 5 of them lining up on the edge of the box to go up against the Socceroos players. Just 25 minutes gone. So the ball is about 40 yards out on the left-hand side. 2 of them behind it for Australia. Swung in with a left boot and a header just over the crossbar. And it was Sainsbury with the header. Goalkeeper stretched out for it, thinking maybe it might just dip behind him. But at the end, the clean sheet stays alive. Not a bad header. He rattled the bar, Al-Orez. And it'll be a Saudi Arabia goal kick. Al-Burakan waiting around up front for this goal kick. And Al-Orez telling his defenders to run forward. There's of course a lot of international games going on tonight. Goal kick taken, lands onto the halfway line on the right hand side. It'll be a Saudi Arabia throw-in. But yeah, a lot of internationals going on tonight, especially in Europe. England playing Ivory Coast at Wembley, their second of 2 games for their international friendlies. Not competitive for England tonight. Jamie Burgoyne, who's on the live chat page, has been trying to keep you company while we've been trying to get the stream back. He was at the England-Switzerland game on Saturday where it ended 2-1 for England. For a good win for Gareth Southgate's men. And now here come Australia. 3 against 4 at the moment. On the right-hand side into the box. Cross comes in. Actually, it was a shot at the end. And not a bad shot from Boyle. Goalkeeper wasn't sure, and you could probably hear a girl screaming in the crowd thinking, oh no, that's going in. Good opportunity there for the Aussies. Boyle, I mean, in all fairness, looking back, I think the only option he had was to have a crack at goal. It was just wide past the near post at the end. Tried to go for the bottom left corner of the net because his 2 teammates weren't even in front of goal for him to cross it, so you can understand why he took the shot at the end, and he wasn't far off. Saudi's defence here under a bit of pressure. Goalkeeper just tried to boot it away from the penalty area. Oh, and at the end, I think it was Boyle that's just been pinned down. I think the last touch has come off Al-Darsan, and it was Atkinson who was just about to kick it, and Al-Darsan got the ball from behind him, and he may have tripped him up in the process, but either way it'll be a corner kick, so not a free kick, no foul, says the referee. You do wonder what motive Saudi Arabia have tonight, but anyway, corner has come in, and now out of the penalty area and back to the halfway line. But you kind of wonder how Saudi Arabia are going to have much motivation tonight. You know, they've done what they needed to do. I mean, it is to win the group. They're at home, so they should feel up to it. Finishing a qualifying group would certainly give you more confidence and prove to yourself ahead of a World Cup that you're at least the best teams that have been around you so far in this World Cup campaign. If you have just joined us, folks, apologies for our connection issues. We lost the provider for the match. We were trying out other matches and they were working, so it was the feed from the match here in King Abdullah Sports City. Actually, mentioning the stadium, guess how much it cost? A few hundreds of millions, you'd think. It was $560 million. That's how much it cost to build. And of course, Qatar later this year will see quite a few of their new stadiums host the World Cup finals. Australia under pressure there with two men left back there. Stensnes and Jego just dealing with it at the end. Now the ball onto the halfway line. Australia on the right wing trying to get it through. Bullenberg, good deflected clearance actually from Madou. I think it's gone out for a corner. It has so as the referee points to the corner flag on the far side. So half an hour gone. Saudi Arabia 0, Australia 0. Haven't seen much yet really as we keep losing connection of the game, but it's been good the last few minutes. But no goals missed, and that is the main thing. So thanks to all of you that have patiently waited for the stream to come back. Australia with their second corner of the game. Now kick back into the box, and it's cleared out, and it goes out for an Australia throw-in. Last touch coming from the left back of Al-Sharami. Well, watching on in the stands with a very nice clean white shirt. There's the Saudi Arabia manager, Hervé Renard. He's French, and you may remember him from his Africa duty days. He managed Ivory Coast, Morocco and Zambia, and he won Africa Cup of Nations twice with two different countries, which is pretty impressive. First of all with Zambia in 2012, and then 3 years later he finally, well, Ivory Coast finally got their hands on the Africa Cup of Nations with that golden generation squad that they had with Drogba, Yaya Toure, all sorts of players in that one. But yeah, 2 Africa Cup of Nations wins for Hervé Renard, and he's been with Saudi Arabia since 2019. Had a brief spell at Lille back in his home country. It's a foul against Tambakti here, the Saudi Arabia player. For a foul in the air against Benarali. Free kick pretty much on the halfway line. 3 fouls each from both teams so far in this game. Now with Sainsbury. Stensnes, long ball towards no one at the end. And they'll happily let that roll out for a goal kick. Not sure what that pass was meant to be from Jego, the number 5 man. Short goal kick towards Al-Sharani. Now with Madou, boots it up in the air, about 20 yards away. Now with Genru. And there's a foul, says the referee. looks as though it was Al-Faraj, who, the captain for Saudi Arabia, that got told by the ref that it was a foul. Didn't see much in that. And Australia played all the way back to their goalkeeper. Very frustrating to watch as a football viewer. How'd you go from 20 yards away from goal to taking it all the way back to your goalkeeper in his own penalty area? As we speak about the Aussie goalkeeper, Matthew Ryan boots the ball and it lands on the halfway point. Now with Al Najee, nice long ball across the field to Kano. Goes down. He's got one of his teammates behind him picking it up on Tambakti. Now Al-Faraj, the captain. Then across to Madhu, the left centre-back. Oh, triangular passing there from Saudi Arabia. Nearly got caught out. They still have the ball though. This time it's on the right wing with Kanu. This is a good pass to Babri. Brings the cross in. Oh, no one to get there. It's gone out for a goal kick. You can see what they were trying to do there. Trying to open up the wings, and they did so. The cross, not the best though. I think it was only Al-Barakan who tried to run into the box and get a header, but it was nowhere near him at the end. So the goal kick has been taken for Australia. Just over 10 minutes to go. No goals to report. Saudi Arabia needing a win. Well, not needing it, they're still going to automatically qualify, but it's a long-range shot. And Balbert, with his right foot, straight to the middle of Matthew Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper and captain. First shot on target, I would say, for this game so far. But if you don't try, you don't know with shots like that. You just never know. I mean, let's not get... In terms of wonder goals, I always think of Adair's goal against France for Portugal at the Euro 2016 final. In extra time, everyone was tired. He just came on. It made things very interesting. He scored out of nowhere. Oh, what a great through ball. This is for Australia. Is he onside? It's one-on-one. And it's in. Great goal from Farali. Is it offside? I think it is. It was actually Boyle with the finish at the end. And some of the Aussies who have travelled to the game, absolutely gutted to see. Oh, I don't know. Is he offside? He could be offside by a fingernail, but VAR is checking the goal for possible offside. It was a great finish. He got past the goalkeeper and slotted it into the back of the net with his right foot. But Graham Arnold, as he was drinking his bottle of water, threw his bottle on the ground in frustration. I mean, I know they can get frustrated, but at the end of the day, with VAR, it will clarify everything. So it's very close. As the VAR is being checked, there is one of the home players down on the ground next to the goal net. I can't from here tell who it is, but there is a player injured. But will there be a goal? It's Abdelal Madhu who's injured. This is tight. Watching the replay, but just before, it's very tight. It might just be offside, Boyle. Still checking. Must be a tough one to decide here. I thought maybe by now we'd get the outcome. Even Graham Arnold is telling the fourth official with his finger signals that it must have been very, very close to call. And the referee still waiting for the message here. The hosts, well, the home fans we can't stop clapping. It's like a party in the stadium. It is fantastic atmosphere. Boyle waiting nervously on. He just joined us. We're waiting for a review of an Australia goal here. It was scored, but it's whether or not Boyle was offside. Referee still telling the players around him to just hold it. just wait, as he's still hearing from his feed on his earpiece on his right ear. You can hear the boos now. People want the game to crack on. I'm not sure why it's taken so long, to be honest. It's either a goal or it isn't. Boyle's laughing away, along with Madhu, who's just come back onto the pitch after he looked to have been injured. Still waiting to find out. Casey Callum saying, come on VAR, please give the goal. Honestly, I'm not VAR's biggest fan, but I can understand why Graham Arnold has had enough now. He's wondering what the hell's going on. I'm sure this has taken about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, if I've counted it correctly, looking at the match clock. But either way, this will add on a bit of time for added time, I'm sure. What is going on, ref? Come on. It's getting louder, the boos. There'll be pitchforks in a minute. I mean, if the referee is getting unsure calls, can't he go and check the monitor on the side of the pitch? People want to see a match here. Unless the team back in the VAR HQ have gone for a beer and have not bothered checking. As I said, it's very tight. Anyway, no goal. There we go. So the decision overturned, no goal. Well, was that, I mean, it wasn't actually overturned. The linesman said it was offside. So technically, it was actually the right decision from the linesman. But anyway, it took a while, didn't it? Still all square on the score line. The clock may tell you 5 minutes to go, but in all fairness, I think there'll be, I'd say, at least 3 or 4 minutes of added time. That took a long while, that. It must have been very difficult to decide, but I think at the end it looked offside. So that's 2 offsides against Australia. Saudi Arabia haven't been caught offside yet, according to the stats. There they come now. Sharani, Atkinson with the interception. And I think Atkinson got fouled just outside the box on the right-hand side. Wins Australia a free kick. They're just showing the graphic now. Yes, he's offside. It's his shoulder length. Boyle. He was running towards the linesman when he scored, and he was giving him the signal of no, don't give that as offside. He did it nice and calmly though. If it had counted, it would have been a very nice goal for Australia, catching the Saudi Arabia defence asleep. If you haven't yet, folks, do give us a follow on YouTube. Click the subscribe button. Now with Al Dasseri against a couple of Australian players. I think he's won a throw-in. Throw-in taken short. Al Dasseri tries to cut in, but Jago intercepts. Now Jago, long ball forward, looking for Mabal. He does well against the pressure of Albarak. Wins a throw-in because of it. And now we're throwing, rolling towards the edge of the box. Cleared away by one of the Green Falcons defenders. Albarakin with the clearance. And then all the way back to the goalkeeper. I do apologise, folks, on feed, it's all of a sudden just changed to Poland for some reason. Huh? That's weird. Do apologise, folks. Somehow our stream has just switched from the Saudi Arabia game to Poland's match now. It just says it all about the stream that we're getting provided today. We've lost so much connections from it, and now they've seemed to have just switched it. Yep, it's still on the Poland game, which is which is just odd. Sorry about this. I do appreciate those who've stayed with us, because it has been one of those streams, sadly. Pacey Cam saying VAR is an absolute nightmare. I mean, if it's done the right way, I don't think VAR is that bad. But that one took forever to decide. I just don't understand what else they needed to check. Unless they had to check something before the pass, I'm not sure. Well, our stream's now on the Poland game. I'm not really sure what to do. Sorry about this, folks. We will try and get the Saudi game back. We can't really do anything if the provider doesn't give us the stream. It's under the Saudi page, but it's got the Poland game coming up now, and I don't know how that's happened. We might have to just hope at half-time they'll change it, but I'm not really sure how this has happened. We'll be back, folks. We'll try and sort this out. sorry about this, folks, but it is half time, so no goals scored while we've been away. So Saudi Arabia 0, Australia 0. But sadly, the provider we've been using is now giving us the Poland game out of nowhere, which is very odd. Never happened before while we've tried this. So it's half time, so we are going to have a quick break. But if we don't have much luck in the second half, we'll probably just have to end it there, sadly. But if you do stay put, thank you very much. If you leave, then we can understand why. But anyway, we'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes, just ahead of the second half beginning. So hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, folks. And second half's about to begin. Australia going to kick from left to right, Saudi Arabia from right to left. And there's a nice message being shown in the stands. I can't quite read it. When I say nice, it looks very good from the distance, even though I can't read it. Saudi Arabia have made a substitution, but I'm not sure who came on and who came off. But have a look at that. Australia just getting ready to kick off here. Playing in their full yellow kit, their home colours. Saudi Arabia in their home colours as well. A dark green shirt, white shorts. And the second half has begun. So apologies for that first half. Not much commentary coverage because of us losing the stream from the game. Normally it's because of our Wi-Fi, but this time it's actually from the provider. But anyway, thank you for staying put, and we'll try and keep you as much up to date as we can throughout this second half. Fingerboard Jeff says Saudis will win. So yes, get in touch on the live chat page. Let us know where you're watching the match from, and we'll give you a shout out here on the stream. Saudi Arabia with a free kick early on already. Tried to play it straight down the field with a long ball, but instead it's gone out for a throw-in to Saudi Arabia. So there is a big banner being pulled around the stands, and it's pretty much stating all the World Cup years that Saudi Arabia has taken part in. So when they turn up in Qatar in November, it will be their 6th World Cup finals. So they've done all right. Their very first one was, sorry, it was 6 appearances. So it'll be their 7th appearance come Qatar, and their first ever appearance was in 1994, which is the one that took place in the USA, which Brazil won on penalty shootouts, all remembered, against beating Italy when Roberto Baggio skied the ball over the crossbar, and then Brazil got their 4th ever World Cup. So Saudi Arabia, I would say probably second best at the moment. Australia had a goal disallowed because it was offside. Boyle with a great finish by guiding the ball past the goalkeeper. He ran past him and then just slotted it home with his side foot, but it was offside by a shoulder length at the end. Australia couldn't deal with the long deep ball then, and it was cleared behind from Sainsbury for a Saudi Arabia corner. First corner of the second half to be taken on the far side. Near the claps going again. They're building the momentum here, the fans in the stands. They want to see a goal. No goals yet in this game, still goalless. A win for Australia would still keep them in 3rd. Either way, they'll be playing United Arab Emirates on June the 7th in an attempt to reach the playoff final against a South American opponent, whoever finishes 5th in that group of the CONMEBOL, the Federation of South American Football. So the corner is taken, and it only gets headed out, and it's now with Najee. Martin Boyle with the interception. Throwing for Saudi Arabia on the near side, in front of the huge technical area that they have in these big stadiums. Of Hervé Renard and his team. Hervé Renard, I'm sure, told his Green Falcons at half-time that they need to improve a bit more. They need to create more chances at least. Because at the moment Australia are giving them a run for their money. Actually, when these two sides played each other back in November in the reverse fixture in Australia, it ended goalless. So no one was able to win in the previous head-to-head. Thrown for Australia in their own half. Sure, it's a long one from Atkinson. Then it's back to Matthew Ryan, the goalkeeper. Had to play it short out at the end to Sainsbury. Now with Genriam, now Rustic. Diagonal ball across the right-hand side, two of them waiting in the box. The cross comes in, only half cleared. And this time it will be cleared by Cano. Thought for a moment it was going to go up for a throw, and it does at the end on the near side in front of the technical area of the Australian team. There's a massive banner now flying up in the stands. A nice cartoon drawing of from behind of a Saudi Arabia fan, it looks like, with the initials KSA. That's what they're known on the scoreboards for. The three-letter initials that each country has as a FIFA code that you'd see on the scoreboards. So Saudi Arabia, if you didn't know, is KSA, and Australia's, well, it's pretty obvious, it's AUS, the first three letters of the country's name. In terms of passes, there's been a lot more for Saudi Arabia, 301, Australia 185. Jago there giving away a free kick. And now they've put up a new banner, green background, and it's just a basic plane, and it's got written on the plane, World Cup 2022. And I'm sure a lot of Saudi Arabia fans from this country will be booking their flights for Qatar, hoping that their team can get out of the group stages. This is a nice long ball for Saudi Arabia on the left-hand side of the box. Nearly a header at goal, but in the end he couldn't reach it. I think it was Al Barakan who tried to go for the header, but he couldn't reach it. It was too high for him. It bounced before him as well. Now it's on the opposite side of the field, with the Socceroos trying to open the scoring maybe on the left-hand side. Nabil. Oh, it's too long, going to the right-hand side. Tried to pump the ball up a few yards, but it's too far for Bushcheck. Saudi Arabia goal kick. But you do think, you know, the recent history of Saudi Arabian football is good. As I mentioned, 6 appearances. And the first was in 1994. And it kind of all started off when they hosted the very first FIFA Confederations Cup, which was back then called the King Fahd Cup, 2 years before US 94. So that was in 1992. And they were runners-up at the end to Argentina, so nothing to be ashamed of against one of the biggest nations in world football. I don't know from that team, but it might have involved Diego Maradona, as he was still a footballer back then. He'd actually go on and play in US 94, his final World Cup tournament as a footballer. But then let's not forget Maradona. Feels like a long time ago. It was 12 years ago, where Diego Maradona managed Argentina at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. They lost in the last 8 to Germany, 4-0. They got thrashed at the end. So not the greatest of legacies as a manager for Maradona, but what a player he was. Throw-in for Saudi Arabia. It's inside their own half. You do feel like the way Saudi Arabia have approached this game, you'd think they were just happy to play for a draw, really, which I don't think there's any curse about winning this group. I would have thought if they win the group, it might help them out a bit more against lower ranked teams in the pot when it comes to the World Cup draw in April. Meanwhile, Australia have the ball with Berhick losing it. Now with Jago playing from the back, a 3-man defence. Australia have been playing tonight in their formation. Berhick on the right, Stensness in the centre, Sainsbury's on the left. That's how they've been playing in the formation formed of Graham Arnold, the manager. Let's read some of your messages. Estiaki Ahmed saying Saudi will win. And also asking if it's a draw. It is currently goalless. 54 minutes gone. It could maybe get the first goal of the game with this cross. Header at goal. Oh! Goalkeeper had to watch it at the end, and it was Mohamed Kano with the header. It was a perfect cross. I think it was Al Naji with the cross, and the goalkeeper Ryan had to, well, I thought he was going to creep into the corner of the net, but goalkeeper didn't have it covered, and luckily for Matthew Ryan, all it is a goal kick. Mabel up against it there, trying to defend the header. Kanu got there in the end. That would have been some header. It was quite far out as well. Australia have just had a throw and then it's conceded, but now they win it back. I think they may have to just play it across now to Bayek, now Sainsbury. Thrown in now from Saudi Arabia on the opposite side, far side, and then it's rolled back to the edge of their box. No Aussie players nearby, so they'll take their time. Tambakti to Madhu, back with Madhu, and then back to Al-Araz. But the atmosphere just has not stopped, as you can hear it in the background. It has been fantastic sounds around the Abdulal Sports City. Fantastic atmosphere. It's not a full house, but a lot of them have still come. Hopefully we'll hear what the attendance is from the announcer later on. Now then, Al Sharami, Al Darasi, now Faraj. Passing it around the left-hand side of the Australian half at the moment. Now Barber, and the ball into the box, low ball cross, no one there. Yet again, Mabil defending pretty well for a forward. He got to the end of the pass and then tried to push it forward. It's going to be a throw-in at the end for Australia. And you do think that maybe the second half, what we've seen in the first 11 minutes, feels like most of the possession is going to be towards Saudi Arabia. It's whether or not they create enough chances. Remember, a win will get them top spot after Japan couldn't beat Vietnam earlier today. 1-1 that ended. Yoshida from Arsenal had to save Japan from home defeat. But either way, Japan and Saudi Arabia will celebrate, I'm sure, knowing that they will... Oh, there's a shot here! Oh, what a save! Mabil with the shot. And Al-Harez had to make the save. Out of nowhere, really. Mabil lets the ball roll in front of him, then goes for it, and it had to be tipped over the bar at the end. Great strike with his right foot. He's going towards the centre of the net. Australia have a corner. But as I always say, if you don't try, you don't know. Lovely strike from Mabil. Tambakti trying to defend it, but he got away from him. Well, the corner is to be taken, but it may have to be just delayed for a little bit here, because the Saudi Arabian goalkeeper looks like he has a cramp. His right leg has been stretched as he's got his back on the ground. Get surprised in at this kind of level of football when it comes to professional football at international level. You don't expect a cramp or anything like that when we haven't even reached 60 minutes, unless it's something else. He'll say it's something else, won't he? So they're just showing the replay again of Mabil's shot. It is a great shot. Goalkeeper did well though. There was no chance he could do anything more with it, but to just tip it over the bar, he had to jump off the ground to reach the ball as well. Whatever it takes to make the save. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. Give us a like as well. We'd love to get more following here on Let's Talk Sport. Here for your commentary needs, radio commentary needs, and your live watch-alongs on Let's Talk Sport. There'll be more action again on the channel this weekend, so do stay tuned for that. If you subscribe, you'll be notified whenever we go live or any upcoming events on the YouTube channel. Anyway, corner for Australia on the far side. Headed away for now, and now a volleyed effort straight to the keeper. And it was Rustek with the shot. Took a few bounces before the goalkeeper picked it up, so there's no pace behind the shot. Goalkeeper okay to continue though. So no one off injured at the moment. 60 minutes gone then. Saudi Arabia 0, Australia 0. I feel like a draw right now is probably the fair result. You do fear that with half an hour to go, this is the direction the game is going in. The scoreline says it all. It's on the back line at the moment for the Green Falcons. Madhu might pick up a pass that went out of play. So it's a throw-in for Australia on the near side. Short pass. Then it's a long pass all the way back to Ryan. And it's Ryan back to Kanu. Now Babir. Now Australia trying to play it down the middle against the run of play. Saudi Arabia now in the centre circle. Now with Al-Najeh to Albrecht, back to Al-Najeh. And Sainsbury intercepts on the left wing. And Saudi Arabia will go again. There just hasn't been much urge from Saudi Arabia. They can hold the ball, they can get the possession going, but I think they're unsure what to do with it. It's now on the right wing. Now a pass onto the edge of the box from Albrecht. Back to Albrecht. Oh, one of the players have gone down. It's a penalty for Saudi Arabia. And it's Al-Najeh who has fallen to the ground. And the referee points to the spot. And Saudi Arabia, after 61 minutes, have a penalty. And he's still on the ground. Pass, little flick to him at the end from Babri. And then Al-Najeh fallen to the ground. And it looks as though it was Jago for Australia. While looking at the replay, tripped him up, never got the ball. So VAR is checking for a possible penalty. And I'm sure this shouldn't take as long as the goal that was disallowed take long. It seems obvious to me. And the stadium's got louder, but well, they want to take a penalty. So the VAR decision has said that it is a penalty, so Matthew Ryan will have to get ready for this in between the sticks. But meanwhile, Saudi Arabia are having a couple of substitutions, I think, unless Hervé Renard has told the players to stand back here and wait until Saudi Arabia have taken the penalty here. Still protests from a couple of Aussies, including Jago, who was the man caught red-handed. So Ryan having to step back to his goal line and get ready for this penalty. Al-Darasi, Al-Dasari up against it, against Ryan. He's got a whole home crowd here cheering him on. The goal here can possibly give them 3 points to go top of the group. And you always think the longer it takes for them to take the penalty, the more they'll think about which side they'll go for. Never easy for any footballer to take a penalty here. So he's in line with the ball. He's standing completely straight behind the ball. He's not picked the side of the ball where to kick it just yet. Referee just telling the players to stay behind the edge of the box and do what the rule book would say. So here we go then. Al-Dasari is taking his time, approaches the ball on the left, and picks the right corner of the net. Lovely finish, lovely penalty, and Saudi Arabia might just be on their way to the top of the group. And the party can begin here in Jeddah. And a few fans getting their phones out to record the moment. Saudi Arabia 1, Australia 0, and Jego will be annoyed about that, but I'm sure when he watches the replay back later, he knows he's in the wrong. Tripped him up, never got the ball, looking back at the replay. Goalkeeper went the wrong way, Matthew Ryan went to his right. The captain completely tricked there. So Al-Dazari with the opening goal. Could there be more to come? 25 minutes to go. Saudi Arabia 1, Australia 0. It looks as though Saudi Arabia are going to finally do those substitutions that I thought they were going to try and do before the penalty kick. So Sherali is coming on for Madhu, the centre back. It looks like there's going to be 3 substitutions made by the hosts. And Australia get the game going again. So can Australia get an equaliser? It's not over yet. Here they come again though, Saudi Arabia. 4 against 5 at the moment. It's on the right hand side with Sharehi. Now Abishi, who's just come on, and the shot. Did it take a deflection? I don't think it did. Way over the crossbar. And it was Al-Bishi with the shot. And it will be a goal kick for Australia. But straight away, the moment they take the lead, Saudi Arabia now becoming even hungrier to go and open the scoring and make sure that this game goes to bed. So get in touch, folks. YI saying please win Australia for Japan. Also says, oh my God. Yes, Japan fans will be very annoyed with what happened today. I don't think they were expecting to have any slip-ups against Vietnam, especially at home. If you just joined us, where have you been? Anyway, here they come again, Saudi Arabia. Can the Green Falcons make it 2? No, a bit of poor ideas there, really. Played the pass on the edge of the box, and then the shot was, well, I say skied. It just, I'm not sure which player it was, but he didn't think about the shot at all. And Australia have the possession. If you just joined us, Saudi Arabia breaking the deadlock just before 65 minutes. Al-Dazari with potentially the winning goal from the penalty spot after Jego fouled Al-Najay inside the penalty area. Australia, as I said, I mean, okay, no one wants to lose, but if they lost this game, nothing would change for the Socceroos. Either way, they're going to finish 3rd, and they've got to play United Arab Emirates in June the 7th, that is, in the playoff final for the AFC region, and then they'll play the winners. Sorry, they'll play the team that finishes 5th in the CONMEBOL group, which is the South American region. And whoever wins that game are heading to the World Cup. So it is mad to think that some teams, I guess it's quite normal. I mean, we're just used to having the World Cup on in the summer in June time instead of November time, but some teams don't know if they make the World Cup until 5 months before. While you look at teams like England and some European teams that qualified last year, plenty of time to plan for their trip to Qatar. Qatar will be an easier World Cup for players in terms of travel and hotel and pretty much logistics. Stadiums are a lot closer to each other. Qatar is the smallest country to ever host the FIFA World Cup, so there won't be too much travelling. Gary Neville, former Man United and England player, he did a documentary of his trip to Qatar to learn about what fans can expect and what the players can expect in Qatar. But he said the life of a football at a World Cup is simply hotel, training ground, football stadium, then travel to the next football stadium, hotel, all that. But it looks as though most players will be able to stay at the same hotel, which is a real benefit. Meanwhile, back with this game, just over 70 minutes gone, 20 minutes remaining. Saudi Arabia hoping to end their campaign with a win, unless Australia can do anything about it. They just tried again, Australia. It was a long ball into the box for Boyle. It was too far for him. And it's gone out for a goal kick at the end for the hosts. Now the referee just blew his whistle there. I'm wondering if there might be a substitution from the dugout. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Your follow would be very, very appreciated. Saudi Arabia already taking their time with their goal kicks. Poor goal kick as well. It's gone out for a throw-in for Australia on the halfway line, and they've thrown it back into their own half. All the way back to Matthew Ryan, the captain. Trent Sainsbury, he was part of the Australian team that won the Asian Cup in 2016 and went to the Confederations Cup with them in 2017. Cross here for Australia, well defended at the end and fallen to the ground. And that will be a free kick for Saudi Arabia. Al Sharani was fouled. And now a substitution for Australia. Marco Tilio is to come on, and he is replacing Nabil. We've seen a bit of defending from Nabil, who's supposed to be a forward for Australia, but his shot was saved before Saudi Arabia took the lead. Free kick taking their time, Saudi Arabia, but in all fairness, Australia did just have a substitution. Trying to add a bit of time on, maybe. Quickly look at the video printer. So Scotland 1-0 up at half-time away in Austria. Only a friendly. Of course, Scotland waiting to play that playoff semi with Ukraine. Wales waiting for them in the final. Would be some occasion, Scotland versus Wales in a World Cup playoff final. You just wonder if Ukraine will even play with sadly what's going on back on their homeland. Australia in the meantime have got the ball in their own box. Rustic just having to deal with the pressure, does well, lofts the ball across the field to his fellow centre-back of Atkinson. Atkinson, ball forward, not too bad, but at the end, Al Sharani does well. Oh, he's given the ball away. Genru with the shot, or maybe an attempted cross. He's won a corner, but Saudi Arabia nearly asleep there. Tambakti had to slide and make the block. So corner out of nowhere for Australia to come. Saudi Arabia just got to make sure that they just don't give the ball away so easily. This is Australia's 5th corner of the game. It's a short corner and the cross comes in across the face of goal. Good punch away by Alvarez. It's gone out for a throw-in on the far side near the corner flag for Australia. England 2-0 up against Ivory Coast in their friendly. Raheem Sterling with the 2nd goal at Wembley Stadium. Short throw in here for Australia, trying to cut in on the edge of the box, and instead, is that a foul? Yes, it is. And that goes against Australia's Genru. Very, very late there on Al-Shari, who's just come on. Looking back at the replay of that set piece just then from Australia, 3 of them going for the ball on the far post, but Alvarez got there before them and punched it away. Quarter of an hour to go. Saudi Arabia 1, Australia 0. Notice some of you talking about Hibbs on the live chat page. Here comes Saudi Arabia. About 8 of them inside the Australia half. Australia having to bring their men back, 8 of them in their own half as well. Now with Al-Faraj. Long ball comes to nothing. It's a throw-in for Australia. As always, Australia throwing it back towards their back line. Diego. Sainsbury. Now to Stensnes. Being pressured here by 4 Saudi Arabia players across the field. And Ryan comes to help and just control the possession still for the Aussies. Now he's under pressure to clear it away with his left boot. He does so. It's going out for a throw-in at the end for Saudi Arabia. I'll say this now, and you've probably heard me in my previous watch-alongs and commentaries on Let's Talk Sport, but I'll never understand certain teams that play from the back. You have to either be really good at it or just forget it and try something else. You just see so much pressure, and some of them just look like they're going to give the ball away. Saudi Arabia with the throw-in. Albrecht to Alvarez, long kick towards the left-hand side, headed out for a Saudi Arabia throw-in. I think the fans would love to see one more goal from Saudi Arabia to just put the nerves away and put the game to bed and seal that top spot. That's what it's all about tonight. For Australia, it's just all about playing for pride. Nice through ball. This is a good chance inside the box. Puts it away from his opponent shortly. Oh, what a save! Al-Dazari, who'd scored from the penalty, had his shot denied by the keeper just there. What a save by Ryan to keep the Aussies in it. Al-Dazari, the perfect setup for him. It's going to be a corner. Kanu with the pass, and it was a save for Ryan, close range. He tried to go again, but instead it'll be a corner. Al-Dazari just sorting out his laces after that shot. So corner to come from the near side. The captain of Al-Faraj signals to his teammates as he runs up, takes the corner. Oh, no one there at the end. It went past 2 Saudi players. And instead they're having to try and pick up the loose ball on the far side, and they do so. Long ball from Al-Beshi. Nice ball across to Al-Faraj, the corner kick taker. Now Al-Shirani. Back to Al-Faraj. And it's straight to the hands of Ryan at the end. Ryan throws it out down the middle. Australia trying to go on the counter, didn't work there. Now they try and get a through ball. Goalkeeper just gets there in the end. He had to come out of the box, 10 yards away from the penalty area. He slides the ball and gets it away. I think it was Telio who tried to win the ball and try and score from there. That's a couple of times Australia now have been able to go down the middle. That time they just got a bit unlucky. Let's not forget in the first half they had a disallowed goal when Boyle got the ball past his opponent, past the goalkeeper, and then slotted in an open goal, but it was a shoulder length offside. Saudi Arabia on the hunt for that second goal then, in the midway point they are at the moment in Australia's half. 1-0 the scoreline. Pacey Callum saying, I'm back, had to watch England. He says, come on with the Australian flag emoji. Do get in touch, folks. Always good to hear from you all. Remember to follow Let's Talk Sport by subscribing to our channel. It's free to do so. And you'll be kept up to date for our future football commentaries, watch-alongs, and not just in football, but Formula One, MotoGP this Sunday in the Argentinian Grand Prix. Do join us for that Sunday evening at 7 PM, I think it is. We also do golf, snooker World Championship coming up, Masters Golf coming up next weekend. So a lot to look forward to here on Let's Talk Sport. Meanwhile, Australia on the left-hand side, now into the middle, on the edge of the box, shot! Oh, it's way over at the end. A big chance wasted there for Rustek. I think he was trying to go for the top left corner of the net with his left boot. Got in behind the defence, but was he offside? I think he might have been. So probably wouldn't have mattered. I'll tell you what, looking back at the replay of Alvarez with the clearance, he had his studs up when he made the slide, so I'm just glad he got the ball, otherwise that could have ended nastily. Ref's actually having a word with him. I'm not sure if it was about that incident, but anyway, Genru has gone off for Australia and has been replaced by Mitchell Duke. Of course, these days, forget sometimes the maximum now of substitutions is up to 5. It used to be 3. It used to be a lot easier to track 3 subs for each team instead of 5. So goal kick for Saudi Arabia, as you'd expect. They're taking their time with it. Still 8 minutes to play. Australia can still snatch a draw maybe, and just basically repeat the previous tie back in Australia where it ended goalless. Saudi Arabia now on the right wing, kept out away from a corner there by Sainsbury. It's going to be a throw-in for Saudi Arabia on the far side. Hartlepool 2, Mansfield Town 0. It's finished full-time in Israel. Israel 2, Romania 2. France take the lead. Kylian Mbappe after 23 minutes at home to South Africa. 1-0 that is there. France maybe trying to get late revenge after losing to South Africa 2-1 in the 2010 World Cup. Anyway, here come the hosts now. Can the Green Falcons make it 2? What a save! And it was Al Barakin with the shot. 2 massive saves from Matthew Ryan. Saudi Arabia should be 3-0 up now, and Australia is still in this game somehow, thanks to their captain and goalkeeper. Now Al-Shirani. He's back on the halfway line for now, but Al-Shirani trying to run down the wing, but gets his pass blocked. It's gone out for a throw-in. Watching the replay again. 3 on goal. Good save by Matthew Ryan again from close range. Al Barakin denied. I mean, in the starting lineup tonight, there's been no Salah Al-Shiri, who has been the top goal scorer in this campaign for Saudi Arabia with 7. Same as Australia's with Jamie McLaren. He's got 7 goals in this campaign as well. Shot stats have just appeared. 7 for Saudi and 8 for Australia. Shots on target though have favoured Saudi, 3 for them, Australia with 2. But if Saudi Arabia had taken those 2 shots that were well saved by Ryan, they would have been very clinical, getting 3 goals from 3 shots on target. Tilio only to lose the ball against Saudi Arabia's Tambakti. Someone's calling it on the far left here of Al Nej. It's a nice ball through onto the left wing. A cross will do it. Cross comes in. And yet again, Australia up in the air have been spot on tonight defensively. Just not up front. Saudi win the ball back. Lovely skills in the midfield from Kanu. But they'll have to stop play because there is a Saudi Arabia player down in the box. And I think that's Al Barakin. They've just seen the replay now. I think he landed badly when going up for a header against Sainsbury. 5 minutes to go. Japan watching, I'm sure, with interest, but nothing they can do about it. You just got to hope that Australia can somehow get an equaliser before the full-time whistle. Lewis Hansborough saying Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. They're needing a goal. I mean, would love to hear from you lot on the live chat page. Would you be open? Would you be up for having some A-League commentaries here on the channel? Let us know. Let us know which kind of football games or competitions you're into, and we can look into covering that for you. Double substitution coming up for Saudi Arabia. Both of them on the sidelines, hopping up and down, getting themselves warmed up. But Al Barakin, well, you know it's bad when a buggy has come onto the pitch and the men with the stretcher come and pick him up. He looks okay though. I think it's fair to say he won't be playing the rest of the game. I'm sure there'll be some applause in the stadium for his efforts tonight. Tell you what, we're going to end our poll that we put up just before the end of just before we started the stream, asking you the result or the outcome of this game. So double substitution here for Saudi Arabia. Al Shefi has come on to replace the injured Al Barakin. And now Abdul Hamid has come on to replace Al Barak, the right back. I think that is all the substitutions done by Saudi Arabia. But again, the injury from Al Barakin and that VAR decision that we had to wait for that penalty to be decided will most likely be the highlights of the added time here. I'll say this now, we haven't seen much dirty football. The referee's been good tonight. I don't think he's had to bring out his yellow card. Australia now, the match has resumed. Trying to play it through down the middle. A low pass, only to be intercepted. Less than 2 minutes till we reach the 90. Saudi Arabia just going to probably defend now and hold on to the game and just keep the possession as long as they can and waste time whenever necessary. I think they know a win against Australia is always a good result, no matter the form going into the game. Saudi Arabia actually didn't win in the last 2 games. They got a draw when they were playing in China, and then they played against Japan and they lost 2-0. That one back on the weekend. But luckily for them, those slip-ups hasn't cost them an automatic spot for the World Cup at least. Another long ball there from Australia. Too far for any of them up front to pick it up. Not the best of passes. straight at the goalkeeper, that was. Saudi Arabia trying to attack from the left, and that was another long pass, too long for Al-Dazari to pick up. He applauds his teammate for trying. I'm sure he'll get applauds at full time for his winning goal as it stands. Australia do have the ball now, though. Not many chances remaining. The time is ticking for the Socceroos. Jet boy Lil Manny asking how much time left, so pretty much reached literally 90 minutes around now, so I'm sure there'll be added time. Ball in the midfield, it's with Australia. Nearly lost the ball though, and had to play it back. 5 minutes of added time, that sounds about right, I think, from the fourth official. 4 or 5 minutes I think would be enough. Another long ball though from Australia. And it goes out again for another goal kick. But we have ended the poll on the live chat page, so 55% of you were correct, going for a Saudi Arabia win. 33% backing Australia, and 11% of you going for a draw. It's funny, we don't get that much of a percentage for draws, but 11% is quite high, I think. Could still be a draw. A minute gone already of added time, 4 minutes remaining. Make it 2-0 before the end, Saudi Arabia. Nope, good tackle by Jego. Now Tilio. Tilio had to try and keep the... Oh, he got lucky, I think. He fell to the ground, but if he hadn't, I think Saudi Arabia could have won the ball, and it would have been 2 against 1 up at that goal. All happening just outside the Australia box. Australia getting a free kick there. Throw-in it will be on the far side. But I think it's fair to say some people in Jeddah tonight will be celebrating for quite a bit. It is a score night though. A lot of them may have work in the morning. And as we all know, Saudi Arabia is a very hot place. But these are the kind of conditions that the Saudi Arabian players will get used to. The World Cup's in Qatar. I say if, it's going to happen either way. Despite some of the managers and players in world football asking to kind of boycott it, but I think it's a big task to try and do that. Australia with a short free kick, start from the halfway line, all of them in the Saudi Arabia half. And now Saudi Arabia have won the ball on the left-hand side. Ball through, comes to the edge of the box, trying to find Al-Shaheri, and it's Jego who intercepts. Now it's back with Saudi Arabia again, with Al-Faraj. Al-Bishi. I think they make just less than 2 minutes left of stoppage time. I think Saudi Arabia playing 3 men at the back when they hold the ball. I think they'll just keep passing it around if they can. Australia is still trying to go for it though. Here comes Saudi Arabia now on the right hand side. Are they going to try and cross it in? There's Riv Al-Bishi. Now Al-Faraj. Kanu again. Long ball into the box on the left-hand side, chests it down. Nice pass, if he can score from there, it's blocked. And it was Al-Dazari again. He just wants another goal, doesn't he? Wins a corner though. Lovely control from Al-Shaheri, setting him up. But a good block by Stensnes, the Australia centre-back. Either way for Saudi Arabia, it's a win-win because it kills time for them even if they didn't score. Corner kick here to come, probably the last one of the game. Short one. They'll probably play it towards the corner. No. Don't see that as much anymore in modern day football. It used to be quite the thing a few years ago. Al-Sharani can get the link up to work. Tilio intercepts. And you can hear the calls for the referee to blow the whistle from the home crowd. Just 10 seconds remaining. Australia having the ball on the far side. Ooh, I think they've won the free kick here, Australia. It's only just inside the Saudi Arabia half, so 45 yards away from goal. It'll be an indirect free kick. Oh, well, there's no point. The referee's actually blown the whistle for full time. And that is it. Saudi Arabia have won Group B. And they are heading to the World Cup. It was a headline before the game had even kicked off. But they have cemented that top spot away from Japan. And I think they should be delighted with that. Not an easy group when it features Australia and Japan, two teams that have recently won Asian Cups. And I think they'll be very happy with that result. And Saudi Arabia take the top spot and are headed to Qatar for their 7th World Cup in their history. The first one in '94, and now the story continues. World Cup 2022 can surely begin now for Saudi Arabia, while Australia, the Socceroos, they knew what the outcome was going to be today when they travelled to Saudi Arabia, but they've got a bit of a journey still to go yet before they can cement a place in Qatar. They've got to go and play the United Arab Emirates on the 7th of June in a playoff. If they win that, they then play the winners a week later of CONMEBOL. The 5th place team of CONMEBOL, the South American region, if you aren't sure about what CONMEBOL is, and they'll play whoever finishes 5th a week after they play the UAE if they beat them. But the party can begin. Saudi Arabian players clapping away and walking towards the crowd. So confirmation then, full time here at the King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah. It has finished Saudi Arabia 1, Australia 0. And the only goal of the game coming from a penalty after it was a foul against Kanu. He fell to the ground. Oh no, sorry, it was Alnej who got fouled by Jego of Australia. And then that penalty was comfortably taken at the end by Al Dazari, who tricked Matthew Ryan to go the wrong way. And he picked the bottom right corner of the net to score. But really, it could have been 2 or 3-0 for Saudi Arabia. 2 massive saves later on for Matthew Ryan in a hope that they'd get an equaliser, but they couldn't make that effort at the end. They couldn't get the chances to spoil the party, you could say, because if Saudi Arabia had drawn or lost, they wouldn't have topped the group. They'd have had to have taken second. Either way, it would have been an automatic spot for them. But do get in touch, folks, on the live chat page before we wrap up for the night. So if you have just joined us, you've just missed out on Saudi Arabia beating Australia by a 0-0 in the final Asian World Cup qualifiers of Group B. I don't really think there's much messages to read. Greg Livingston says bye. Cheers, Greg. Good to have you on as always. I think Pacey Callum and Lewis Hansborough will be gutted that their team Australia didn't win. But of course, Australia did score in the first half. Let's not forget Boyle having his goal disallowed after his shoulder caught him offside after a VAR check. It would have been a nice goal if it had counted, but sadly VAR ruled them out. I tell you what, the VAR check, it took them a while to confirm what had happened, which just comes to show that VAR is not a bad system, but you just know that it could just be done a bit quicker. But they had to get the line in, to determine whether or not he was offside. Anyway, I think we have come to the conclusion of tonight's commentary here at the King Abdullah Sports City. So just a reminder, Saudi Arabia win Group B and are heading to the World Cup with their fellow group team, Japan, who will have to take second after they drew against Vietnam at home earlier today. 1-1 that ended. But anyway, we are going to wrap it up there. So the Green Falcons are flying to Qatar. Australia will just have to keep fighting and hope that they can qualify for a different route to Qatar. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Do subscribe, give us a like, and we'll see you very soon here on Let's Talk Sport for more of your football commentaries and sport watch-alongs. See you later.